Don't let this story be your story. If you are interstate and you're looking at buying a property in Melbourne, it's invaluable to use an experienced buyer agent that actually knows what they're looking at and can pretty quickly cross these kinds of property off your inspection list. So one of the biggest problems in this property, it was the location that the property was situated in. It's walking distance to a major highway, walking distance to a power station. It's also walking distance to an exhaust pipe from the new Westgate Tunnel. So the exhaust that comes out of this pipe is unfiltered. There was a huge dispute amongst the locals and the state government, but obviously the state government got their way. And now the houses that live immediately around this property have got exhaust fumes from the tunnel, from the whole tunnel coming in over that area. So there's also massive slabs of land, commercial estates in and around that area, vacant land. The list of what could happen there in the future is unknown. So once we took over, pretty quickly, we discovered that this property just had consistent problems. There was windows that were painted shut and you actually couldn't open. We had to get handymen to force the windows open to cut out the actual paint. Those had an old-fashioned handle on them where it required two people to close. A new hot water heater that had to get replaced. There was issues with the oven. There was mold issues that had caused one set of tenants to leave because there was a slow leak under the property, which no one was aware of at the time. The whole exterior of the property had paint that was flaking. So at the time of purchase, it wasn't flaking. We discovered that it was painted with an interior paint rather than a durable exterior paint, and all the paint was basically flicking off and making the property look really run down. So the whole interior had to get painted because once the restumping happened, there were visible cracks around the whole property. There was constant sewage issues. That was what the first tenant was complaining about, and successively every tenant after that. There was cleaning bills in between tenants, gardening bills. There had to be chimney repairs, switchboard upgrades, issues with the air conditioner. This had caused 5 sets of tenants to move in and out of the property because they just were frustrated at all the things that were wrong with it. So what's the property worth today? Well, if you add the initial purchase price, stamp duty, and a hypothetical agent selling fees, if they were to sell the property, then add the maintenance costs that they experienced, you're looking at a very similar price to today's market value.